Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another GeekVerse review episode. This is GV679. Just two of us here. We started the Running Man journey. If you subscribe to the Patreon, you would have seen the retrospective of the original Running Man, starring the great Arnold Schwarzenegger. And we lost a couple members along the way. It's just the two of us. Actually, you weren't even on that episode, were you?
I wasn't on that episode.
Okay,
no.
there you go. So you took the place of the other two members that were there.
They got executed or deceased, as it's
exactly. Depraved, deceased, demonic. I think was the third. But
I think so.
yeah, this time around we have the depraved and two deceased and La Passion. Taylor Field, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Happy to be here. It was fun seeing this movie with you and your elder father.
Yeah. My elder, yes.
Senior Patzer.
Exactly, my village elder. Yeah, it was just the three amigos. Our theater had, decent amount of people in there. It wasn't sold out show by any means, but it was more seats than I'd seen when I bought my tickets earlier today.
There were no tickets sold yesterday when I looked. So
yeah.
Like within 24 hours, it spiked.
In like the big theater too. So I feel like whenever it's like a day away and it's no seats sold, it's like, oh man, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the Running Man. Today we're going to be giving our usual spoiler-free, leading into a spoiler section. We'll give a spoiler warning, go into an ad break, and unravel everything about this movie. But before we get to all that, just a couple of quick things to shout out. We had our super successful 24-hour stream this last weekend. Lots of fun. We raised basically I guess it wouldn't be year to date. It would be just lifetime total earnings for BC Children's Hospital, which is our local children's hospital. Over 20 grand. Super awesome. Lots of fun playing games and just laughs and raise money. And it was so shouts out to everyone that tuned in for that. We had an awesome weekly geek this week with Taylor Field and Travis Snell. I hear I listened to that episode myself. I was a little away that day apparently, and then Dylan and I also did a super fun side quest this week. And my gosh, what else? We got Welcome to Derry. Is that what it's called?
You got it.
I haven't seen that show, but you guys are doing your weekly. Did you do a review episode also that day after the stream?
No, okay. I pushed it to the Monday.
Don't blame you. Don't blame you at all. Yeah. I was a zombie that day after.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, lots of things dropping on the feeds. Keep your eyes on all the feeds there, and yeah, I'll mention our Patreon stuff after we get a little bit further in the episode. But let's just jump right into it. Let's start running on this Running Man review. Diego in the chat, yo, how's it going? Yeah, here we are, Taylor. We watched. Did you watch the Arnie one, even though you weren't on that episode?
I never saw it before, but I
Okay.
managed to squeeze it in yesterday, actually.
Oh, perfect. Nice.
And
not a direct sequel by any means, but it's nice to kind of have a little inkling of what's. I assume that was your first time seeing it.
That was my first time seeing it. Extremely cheesy. But I like those old school Arnold Schwarzenegger roles. And I have to say, I can't off the top of my head recall any role where Arnold Schwarzenegger has like facial hair. He definitely was rocking it pretty good. He had a little bit of a goatee
in
going
Conan?
on.
I feel like he might have a little something in Conan. I'm gonna look, but probably not. He seems very just smooth face. Interesting. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of Conan. What is this?
Legend.
This is a movie. Director Paul Verhoeven. I don't even know if this is a real movie. This has got to be fake. Yeah, this has got to be a fake movie. He's got facial hair here, but it looks very AI generated, and there's no dates or anything. So I'm gonna say this isn't a real movie. So yeah, I think you're right. I think there's not a lot of projects that he has facial hair in.
No, there isn't, and I think he was rocking it pretty good. Actually, I was quite surprised, but it didn't last long in that movie. But I digress. I right off the hop, I mean, I feel like this one is definitely more my cup of tea than compared to the original. But it was definitely appreciated, little Easter eggs and the subtleties and whatnot. One notable Easter egg in the movie, which we'll mention in the spoilers review, which definitely cracked me up. But yeah, funny thing. So when I went to the theater, I got there maybe 10 minutes before their advertised start time, which is always
Classic.
incorrect. So
Yeah.
I'm in there. There's two other people
Rookie.
sitting in there. I know, rookie mistake. I'm eating my Twizzlers that I swiped from my kid's Halloween candy bucket, and there's crowd starts coming in, and there's a guy that walks in, and he's dressed like he's from the universe of the Running Man, kind of, and like on the more like rich side, maybe like even more like
Okay.
Borderlines like Hunger Games,
Oh,
like the
okay.
capital fashion. So
Yeah.
he walks in and he's all alone. And whenever I'm in a movie theater and I see someone walking alone, I always just kind of like take note of it, just because I'm paranoid. So
Ah!
he walks in.
Forgot we had that now.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's in
good.
there. So he walks in there, and I don't make direct eye contact with him. But then I would say maybe like 15 seconds goes by, and then a girl walks in behind, and the girl is I don't know, like he's a very tall individual, and the girl is very much like shorter. But I could tell, like, okay, she's walking at a pace that matches his. They're clearly together, and she follows to wherever he's going. And I leave it at that. I thought, okay, maybe she went to the bathroom, maybe she was just taking her time, whatever reason. So they go in, and then when we leave together, and we say our goodbyes, and I get into my vehicle, and I'm driving out. Then I see him walking, and he's like 30 feet ahead of her. And he's walking and beelining it to his vehicle, like just a normal pace. And then I see her walking, and she's walking just very slowly, like I
Ooh.
just behind, but like 30 feet away. And I just felt like, man, it's like she did something to wrong him, and he's just like,
He's
oh, I don't
ripping
know.
farts the whole movie.
Well, it just felt really, really uncomfortable just seeing that like
Interesting.
there's some relationship
You should have
problems
followed
going
them
on.
and then asked what was going on.
Well,
Is this guy causing you
I
business?
I don't know if she was looking at my Jeep or she knew I was looking at her thinking like, what is this weird dilemma going on? It was just very, very weird. But I like to people
Interesting.
watch when I'm at the movie
Yeah.
theater.
I always love your
Um,
pre-movie stories. I feel like you've had some
Usually
crazy
they
luck
involve
in
farts.
yeah, or just cars not being properly parking braked and
Oh
they just roll
yeah,
around.
no
You
parking
just always
brake.
got stories around your movies.
There's always
But
shit going on at the movies. Let me tell you.
was she dressed like the Hunger Games, or was he just the only lone soldier? He was just completely standing out.
She was dressed like a goth, like a 2009, 2008 goth girl.
Okay, shouts out to
You
to
know
the
what I
goths.
mean? Yeah, you don't see many of those anymore. I feel like it's a
I'm not in
dying
there.
culture.
I don't go to where the goths like watering hole is. I don't think. Um, I'm a recluse. I don't get out of the house much, except for
There
to
you
go
go.
on a nice vacation somewhere. But cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about
But
Running Man?
yeah, Running Man. This I was not overly excited with the trailers. I thought, okay, I feel like we're kind of seeing everything that there is to see. But I have to say, Glen Powell was absolutely fantastic in this movie. He was really selling it, and he wasn't trying to be overly comedic at times too. While I'd say the characters around him were being the comedic ones, some of them more so than others, like Michael Cera and whatnot. But for the most part, he's just playing a very, very serious character, and the circumstances are very comedic. But he was delivering some emotional moments that I was really jiving with, and I was really just getting attached to him as a character and his progression forward. Really liked it. And yeah, I think that the universe that they created and all these different things that they had going on was really, really good and well done. It puts it into a funny perspective, the narrative, because there's a lot of similarities with how they treat certain people in this universe compared to the original film. But man, with AI, Sora, ChatGPT these days, fuck, I feel like there's definitely a very it's an appropriate time to release a movie like this because I feel like you can definitely see there's a lot of common themes here with present day stuff, right? Like when you see the Stephen Hawking
Yeah.
videos of him doing flips at the at the skate parks.
Yes, among others. I feel like that was something that blew me away so much about the original. Is the original movie had that, and that's from like the '90s before we even had stuff like this. So now, yeah, you go on Instagram, you go on TikTok or whatever, like you just are always seeing these AI videos. But like in the '90s when they have like Arnie doing these fake AI videos to like just reshape what he's saying. it was like, oh, that's kind of funny. But then like watching that movie nowadays, it's like, holy fuck, they're way ahead of the curve. Like that's exactly what's happening
That was
now. So
2017, right? Like dystopian future. That's when they.
right, yeah, that was the date that was set in that movie. Yeah, you're totally
Yeah.
right. So but like to get those videos now, like we're not even surprised. It's not even it's like, oh, look at that technology that was introduced in this movie. It's just like, oh yeah, no, that happens all the time, every day. We just didn't see the Sora filter because they paid for the paid version of the app, or sorry, watermark, not filter. But yeah,
Yeah,
well
that's
said.
right. But all in all, like I'm excited to break it down a little bit more. It was a dang good time. I don't know if I'm gonna rush to see it again in theaters or anything like that, but if it pops up on a streaming service, I could definitely put it on to play in the background.
Mm.
But yeah, I think would I recommend you to go see it in the theaters? I think it was definitely worthwhile to see on the big screen because it's got a lot of really decent action sequences and a lot of really fun things too that are going for it. But oh, you know what? If you've only got enough money for one movie ticket this month, I'm gonna say go see Predator Badlands. Yeah, and I'll
Which
end
I
it
haven't
with
seen
that.
yet. You
You
should have
haven't
told me that
seen?
before I saw this.
That's right.
Which, to be fair, you did ask me if I'd seen it yet before we watched this movie when we were sitting down in the theater. So
Hmm.
you did tell me to do
Doing my diligence.
that. Cool. Anything else you want to say? Spoiler free.
Nope, it's all you.
Oh me. All right. Yeah. No. I was really excited for this movie. The trailers. I think the first trailer really sold me like right off the gate. So I was like peak interest off of that first trailer. Second trailer, it was a little bit more story stuff, and it was like, okay, well, I already bought my ticket. Like I don't really need to see this trailer. The metaphorical tickets hadn't gone on sale at that point. But no, I like Glen Powell. I think he's very charismatic and a good lead, and especially like watching the original Running Man. I'm like, all right, I just want some crazy out of this world action with just some goofy characters. Josh Brolin being like the main one with like his big fake teeth and like spray tan thing going on. Like he looks like a Hunger Games type host, and that's kind of what I was expecting. Um, I think this movie is really great. Let me rephrase. I think it's really good. I'll say. I think it's missing some things to make it really great. But it's still a really fun time. I think Glen Powell is phenomenal in this. Like he's just such a good lead in this lead role. Like some of the lines around his character, I don't know whether it was like some of the stuff with his family. It was like, okay, this is not the strongest writing here, but like he's still really great. Like I am rooting for him throughout the whole movie. He's just a good lead in these type of action movies. And then I see like what he's doing with the what's his name? It's like Chuck Powers or something like that football show that he's doing. And I'm just like, man, like why are you doing that type of stuff? Like I guess he's passionate about it. I think he's like a producer for the show, but it's just like it's just I don't know. This guy just has so much talent that I think it was. I haven't seen Scream Queens. I heard he's phenomenal in that, but Top Gun Maverick would have been the big kicker for me that just put him on my radar, and I really liked him in Twisters. Also, like he's just really charismatic, so I do like seeing him in things, and I think the big standouts for me was him. Coleman Domingo is just like exuding charisma in this. He's just like aura farming the whole film, and it's just working for me. He's just such a cool dude. Yeah, and I love his line delivery. I love his outfits. Um, I don't know. His character wasn't like a super major integral piece of the puzzle, but he was still really enjoyable to have on screen. Um, Michael Cera, and then the second character that's with Michael Cera, I really enjoyed. Thought it would be like maybe too much from the trailers, but it didn't really get there for me personally. I can understand why some people might have that pullback, but no, that humor around him really worked for me. And then Josh Brolin was really fantastic. I think his character was a lot more serious than I was expecting, which is like, I don't know. Part of me was hoping for like a really balls to the walls Hunger Games type character of like Josh Brolin going to be playing. I think at like the most he doesn't get like so crazy, but I think it fits the overall movie. Like he exudes like fear, but also like not like yelling. Like he just has like a certain presence where you don't really know exactly where his mind's at. I think he's a good antagonist of the movie. So yeah, those were like the three, I would say that were standouts for me. And but yeah, overall, I think the action was really fun. I think there was some moments I was laughing really hard. Others, not so much. Like the humor's just not landing. I think the third act is might be the like weakest for me personally. I just feel like we're really trying to jump through a bunch of extra hoops that like isn't really necessary. Like it's trying to overcomplicate a certain like just a story. And I found the first Running Man to be less simple than I was expecting and maybe hoping. Like I was just like, yeah, let's just do a Running Man story. But like, you know, spoilers for that old movie. He like starts off with being framed and then he like escapes jail and then it's like this whole big like arc to get him just into the Running Man game. And I guess minor spoiler, like there is a little bit of story stuff, but like I feel like we get into the Running Man portion pretty quick in this movie, which I was totally down for. But by the end, it just seems like we're doing a lot of extra things, and it just wasn't the cleanest execution for me. So a little bit jarring there, but I don't know. Jarring seems too extreme of a word. It was kind of minor. Just took me out of it a little bit, but yeah, the main meat and potatoes was really fun. Yeah, no, great action. Definitely would recommend this if you're like an action movie fan. If you like Glen Powell, I think that's also like a big one. I just feel like he's a certain type of actor that they're like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy in Twisters, and I just love him, like that, like or like Top Gun Maverick. So like, definitely recommend it to those types of people because he is just really good in this. Yeah, I think that's kind of all I want to say for now. So we'll leave it there, unless there's anything you want to shoot into the final.
I got
whatever.
nothing to shoot.
I was trying to make a Running Man pun, but it was fleeting me. All right, we're gonna take our first ad break here, and then we'll just unpack our all of our spoiler-free thoughts. But before we get to that, we're gonna quickly shout out our Patreon because that is the single greatest place to support us. You get everything early, ad-free, and exclusive. Different tiers. At the highest tier, we got our Patreon producers, which I'll shout out now. We got Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, Good God Loves Me 69, Charlie Randell, Cocktail Clay, John with no H, and Sam Green. Shouts out to all you fine individuals for supporting us at the highest tier. Allows us to do everything that we love to do and talk about, various things. And Travis released a fantastically edited little sneak preview of what our retros are going to be looking like for next year. So definitely get on that Patreon if you want to be first to get some of those some of those retrospectives, because some of them don't make it to the main field. I was looking in your eyes and I said field when I tried to say
I like it.
the main
Intimate.
feed. Yeah, very intimate. So yeah, go check that out. But until then, we're going to jump to our first ad break. So we'll be right back. All right, Taylor of the Fields, where do you want to go?
My goodness. Where to start?
It's a big
here?
question. I didn't prepare you for this.
I'm just gonna start with the first Easter egg that made me laugh. Was the they're called N bills, right? N dollars.
Yeah, and I can't remember exactly what they said, but it was. Because at first I thought it was just like, yeah, who is usually like a president, founding member of society. Does that mean that like that same character is him, or do you think it's just a fun Easter egg? He's just
I think it's a
whatever.
fun Easter egg.
The governor of California is on the $100 bill.
I think it's just a fun Easter egg. I can't imagine that character just. Well, I mean, you have.
I thought he was
going
to pop up, honestly, at some point. I thought he was for sure going to. I don't know. My mind was going all over places before the ski mask guy got demasked. Part of me thought it was Brolin the whole time, and then I'm like, they're gonna do some crazy thing where it's gonna be like Arnie, just de-aged or something. Please don't do that. So I'm glad they didn't do that. But yeah, no, he made a small appearance there.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do a DH. That's some Terminator stuff that can stay with Terminator. It was fun little Easter egg, and maybe it could be in the long run a scenario where game winners become hunters and all that crazy shit, right? So maybe he did become, he was a former game player, and he just becomes someone that's a prominent person, the president in this new dystopian America. But what was the quote? It's like, good people don't become presidents, they become runners or something like that. I can't remember how they
I
described
can't
that.
remember.
But yeah,
In
I
this movie,
think
they dropped that quote.
I thought they dropped it in this
Oh
in this
God,
movie. There
let
was
me fall asleep
a
then.
lot of one-liners and lots of stuff from oh my gosh, I'm forgetting his name.
Like Orwellian type stories. That you're, yeah.
Why don't I see his name? You're gonna laugh at me. Coleman Domingo. Yeah, you can laugh at me.
Oh, okay.
He didn't pop up
Bobby
on the
Thompson.
IMDb.
Bobby T.
Yeah, Bobby T. So many things that he was saying it was just making me laugh. And right off the hop, when Josh Brolin's character is kind of doing this, oh, I want to help your family. Consider this like an investment, into you or whatnot. Like sign up for Running Man, all that kind of stuff. And of course, it progresses from there, and they just get this like, oh, he killed these people. He did this. He ditched, his wife was this, works at this clubs and whatnot. Oh, ditches his daughter and all this. And it's like, fuck, they just totally spin it around. And that just really, really made me laugh. And that's where it was like the AI comparison, right?
Mm. Yeah, no, they're deep faking throughout the whole thing. I did laugh in that scene though. It's like, and his wife is working at the filthy whatever bar or whatever the hell they labeled it, it's some sort of
The
spin on like
libertarian.
yeah, there you go, the libertarian, and just the way that he said it, especially like Glen Powell was already getting heated at the idea of that earlier on. Definitely struck a nerve. That line definitely got me. But no, Coleman's fantastic, and it was cool to see him in a role where like he can really just chew up the scenery. That's where like I just wish he was in it more. Even for Josh Brolin, like I think he's fantastic, and like for the version of the character that we got, I think it's okay to have the amount, but like I don't know, I think I still would have taken some more scenes of him, like I don't know, just like actually behind the scenes of the Running Man, just sequences, like just seeing a little bit more of the planning and what's going on there, but still, yeah, he was still great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Josh Brolin definitely could have been in some more scenes. I agree. I think I enjoyed everything with him at the end and the plane and everything, and him taking control of it and him spinning the different dynamics and scenarios and all that kind of stuff. And what was that one scene? They were live and he said something because Domingo passed the torch to him. And so because Bill Killinger, I think was his
Killian.
name. Killian, yeah, Killian.
Dan Killian.
Dan Killian. So Dan, he was just like, oh, you're great, man. We're gonna give you the new show, the Hunters #6, and all that. Welcome to the network. And quickly Glenn Powell's character says something really quick, and then you hear the audience member go, "What do you say? Like, fuck you, Dan," or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Oh.
was good. A lot of those little humorous moments really, really hit for me. Just like the little sidelines. Coleman Domingo had the one really good one too. It's like, if you check Article 42, Clause 6 of my contract, and the guy's like looking because like the way that he's like, holy fuck, does he have us here? He'll tell you to fuck off, and then he just walks away. It's like, man, this guy's just badass. I love it. Don't really know why they wouldn't have just popped him right there. It just seems like it's such a shady crew, but still, they're a little inconsistent on their severity of dishing out punishment, it seemed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, yeah. And again, that's just one of the many storylines where Glenn Powell's character, I don't feel like he's being himself very humorous or comedic, which I'm glad. I'm glad that they stuck him to just being this straight up, simple, emotional and character.
Very angry.
Very angry, very, very angry. And, is it two-dimensional? Is that what I want to say? He's a very simple character, and he didn't have a lot of layers to him, and I'm happy about that because it just kind of made it an easy story to unpack with him and an easier narrative to kind of get point A to point B with him, whereas everything else around him can be zany, can be serious, emotional, and can also be comedic. Like him watching the Americanas, which was just this weird reoccurring show on there, and
it's literally a spoof of the Kardashians.
That's what I thought.
I only know that because Shay watches that show out of like just hate watching, and it's like literally the exact same intro, and then they had like just a spoof of Kris Jenner walk in, which is just that was kind of goofy, like in a good way. I thought it was funny.
Now, why do you think the reason is for them to be displaying that? Is it just to
I think it's
instill like a why are people watching this bullshit kind
like
of a
why do
thing?
these people have power in the world, right? Like
Right.
what like these types of people that are just they're just all about themselves and just chewing up drama. And like even the line, right, where it's I'm not even gonna paraphrase it, but it's just something along. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna paraphrase it. It's just like the line between the two of them, and then it's just they're just so like characters of themselves. That's how it felt because a lot of the movie is like instilling like social commentary on just the whole classism and like the corporation. There's like a lot of like good or bad. There's just a lot of like, yeah, America, fuck yeah, like in this movie. But like the overall health of the nation seems to be like really dystopian. Because and even the original Running Man had that, right? Like they emphasize. I think there's like a crawl at the start of the movie, kind of telling you about the just how much control the government has, and it's all tied to the networks. And something like the Running Man is just it's literally like the I mean, they even mentioned in this movie, like the Roman Colosseum, how it just like keeps public order in check of just having people watch violence and everybody just loves it all together. So I don't know, that stuff. I feel like there was moments where it felt a little too forced, but also for the vast majority, it didn't really feel too out there. Like it didn't seem like they were doing I don't know, more than what would fit the narrative of the movie. I felt like everything that was spoken about fit the movie, even if it is unfortunately also relating to some things in real life. And yeah, no. So I thought the overall balancing of that was done pretty well. Could have been much worse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Uh, you reminded me of another scene that made me laugh that I want to highlight here. I want to say his name was Tim. He was one of the other, one of three of the running people.
Oh yeah,
And
I can't remember his last name, but yeah, Tim.
holy fuck! Like, not that I sense like a sense of like relateness to this character, but because I don't think I would ever do the shit that he did. But there's just a simplicity to it that just really fucking cracked me up. And he reminded me of like Vigilante from Peacemaker
Definitely.
almost, because you're all supposed to be hiding and going underground doing all these things, but no, he's in this story. It's just like, hey, you ever see that show Running Man?
Yeah, that one got everyone in the theater laughing. That was a
Oh
good one.
yeah, and it made it even better because they filmed it from the perspective of like you're a viewer watching the show, and you just
Yeah.
have Domingo's character saying, "Oh, our hunters are moving in, and they're about
Yeah.
to get him," and he's just like, "I'm gonna come back later and ask you this question again." Like, what the fuck is he doing? What a goofball.
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty much a nothing character, right? Like they just
mhm.
have him in there for humor. I can't remember if the three different runners, like including Glen Powell, were shown in the trailers or not. I thought it was just him. But like even in the original, they have multiple runners, so that would make sense why they do that. I was kind of expecting more out of these three. Like I'm fine if this guy is just like, yeah, he's just the quick death. But like specifically for Katie O'Brien, I really enjoy what I've seen her in. I think she's really great. So I was really bummed that she is just kind of a nothing character in this. Like she just fucks off. She doesn't work with Glen Powell at all. I was expecting like some sort of team up at some point. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. She was just partying, and then it just cuts to her being burnt alive. And I was like, "Holy
Mhm.
fuck, that's it? Okay, we're just done with these characters. They're absolutely nothing." So a little bit disappointing. Not so much for Tim. Yeah, okay, I'll take the quick, easy death. That was funny. But then when they go to Katie just being burnt alive by these children with flamethrowers, it was not so much funny and just kind of disappointing because it's like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, she's a better actress than this, and I kind of want to see more of her. So a little bit bummed out by that.
Yeah, I mean she's been rising up lately in different projects and whatnot. So it is quite shocking. And when I saw her, I thought, oh shit, yeah, okay, we're gonna get some team ups. We're gonna get
It was
some stuff.
It was bad because even in, like in the opening credits, I saw her name. I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot she's in this.
Hmm.
That's never a good
Hmm.
feeling. When it's like, yeah, I can't wait to see more of her in this, but no, nothing really.
Even William H Macy too. Like I
Yeah,
remember, I
another
knew
one.
he was in it in advance, but I kind of was hoping that he'd be a little bit more of a bigger role in here. But
He
no,
just got meat grindered.
He got meat grindered.
I
Yeah,
wasn't
which
ready for that.
no, I saw you turn your head
Oh yeah.
twice. I think.
I think it was that and the eyeball thing at the
Yeah,
end,
when he's
but he
pulling the
pulls the.
glass out.
Oh
Yeah, the guy
yeah, I
behind
don't
me
like.
screamed, and
Don't
then you
like. Yeah.
Justin.
No, he was vocal. He was like, "Ah, fuck." I'm pretty sure that's what he said. The guy behind us. Um, nice. What was I gonna say next?
Kitty
Oh,
O'Brien, William H Macy.
yeah, just like the other kind of side characters I'll mention here. The one guy named Bradley, who was kind of like the internet personality guy who was like criticizing the whole games. He was the one that helped out Ben Richards.
The Apostle or the Michael Cera character?
No, the Apostle, like the guy that
Okay.
has like the get up and does like his YouTube videos to hide his keeps his anonymity, but helps him out there. I like this character. I liked how there is just different people out there that like realize that like okay, just because you have a dollar value on you, like that's not really gonna help us out. Like they'll probably just fuck us over, find us guilty doing something. So like it's not just like straight okay, this guy is wanted, so therefore the whole universe is after him. Like there is some awareness of just the classism that's going on in the world and the corruptness of the network. I kind of like that, just that little bit of world building there. So that character was interesting. And then yeah, I was gonna go to Michael C. Hall and just yeah, him and his mom. Which
Michael Cera, not Michael C. Hall.
okay. I guess we go
I
there
know
then.
why
La
you're there.
Passion, La
Oh yeah.
Passion, yeah, fucking Angel Batista. Yeah. I guess we can mention that cameo really quickly because he's in it even less. But yeah, I was not ready to see Angel Batista here, coming off the big success of Dexter. It's not New Blood. What was the new show? Resurrection. Um, especially that I like just finished Dexter, and I'm like, hey, I'm never gonna see these characters again. And then here he is just popping out because I don't think I've seen this guy in anything other than Dexter. Maybe without really knowing, but still, yeah, it was funny seeing him in there as the little like HR guy. I don't even know. He's like a manager in this factory shop.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cold blooded, you know. No sympathy really for this guy having his sick child with him.
Yeah, it caught Kirklin off guard, ladies and gentlemen. He was reacting. Soon as he saw Batista.
God, we gotta turn that video down a little bit. That's
Yeah,
that's
it's
an ear
loud.
burner.
It's really loud. Yeah,
Oh,
seeing just circle back to the apostle character there. His story popping in with his little brother, helping him out. I really liked that a lot. I thought it was great. And then Glen Powell's character was just like, okay, I'll help your sister out and all this stuff. And then he was showing the mom that he was a good person, and the mom sees one thing on TV and totally is just like, okay, you're out of here, get out of here. Because when he's like, oh, Glenn Powell's character was so invested in his message, and this is before he knew they were going to distort the truth. We're like, oh, the network is giving kids cancer. And then he sends his tape in, and then when they play it, Glenn Powell, his character's like, those kids, yeah, I fucking killed their parents. Fuck those kids. And the mom's like, get them out of my house. It's like, how do you not? How do you believe in this shit, right? Like,
hey man,
God damn.
there's people that believe crazier things. It's true.
That's true. That is very true. Oh my God. But yeah, that cracked me up, and that's when you get your first daily dose of just okay, they're just like drinking the Kool-Aid and changing up the narrative and everything like that, and then. Yeah, with Batista's character, I was laughing because that just caught me completely off guard. And again, I feel like okay, he's a decent enough name, I'd say. I mean, maybe only I'm saying that because I've watched
Come
Dexter and I
on,
know
yeah,
he's in there.
nobody would fucking know this guy. If I asked my dad, hey, you know who that is? He'd say, fuck no, I'd have no idea who that is.
Well, I guess so that's fair. Why he's not really having any more scenes or anything.
He's riding that resurrection wave, man.
He is, yeah.
Let's take another ad break here, and then we'll be right back to keep going. All right, we are back. Anything else on Batista or the Apostle? I was going to go to the Sarah realm, not Michael C. Hall. Yeah, this was one. I was semi-interested, but like kind of worried in the trailers because it just seemed like he's going to be just so goofy and like that is going to be the whole character. And spoiler alert, he kind of is that. But honestly, it just hit so much better for me watching the movie versus the trailer. I think the biggest part about it is the inclusion of the mom, because there's just so much chaos going on in this sequence. And it's funny how you mentioned that Tim character remind you of Vigilante. I agree. Michael Sarah's character also kind of reminded me of Vigilante when he just wants action. He just wants to kick ass, especially when they go, in the newer season when they go to the other realm, and he's just ready to fucking take down the authorities. So I was very much reminded of that when he's got all his booby traps and he fucking hits the buzzer, like he like stops his mom from doing it, and then it's like, we're gonna get action, and he just hits it. That was pretty funny. And but man, I love this like deranged mom character that's deaf, and there's just so many shots of them like going around the house, and you just hear her like death cackle from down the hall. She's watching whatever. It's like, oh man, I wish I could just have that character, like in the Warzone days, get that operator skin where you can just get that crazy laugh when you're doing your execution or whatever. Like it's just such a funny character. It reminded me of the great grandma in Legion, which we always are remembering. So, that was a really fun sequence for me. I think I thought he was gonna die like really quickly, like after he gets stabbed, but then they kind of fast forward. He's in like the car chase scene, and then he just gets domed. I think he had his use. He didn't really overstay his welcome. So I almost said it again. The Michael Cera appearance I ended up liking a lot more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I feel like he did not overstay his welcome. He was in there for the right amount of time. I thought he was gonna die sooner when he got killed, like stabbed in that hallway, but it just caught me off guard when he got sniped in the head. Gave Glen Powell instructions on where to find this bunker, and it's just a fucking developed area, just totally irrelevant now, all dug up. So that was funny. But yeah, when he's introducing Powell and like to his house and just showing him in, and the moment he walks in and you just hear the cackle, and you see Glen Powell like Richards on the TV on the network, and the mom is watching it, and she's like, I hope they get that fucker and they kill him. It's just like, what the fuck? Oh my god, everything about that was just so good. Like when he wakes up in the morning, and I was actively like, I was checking the hallway light to see if it was on. You could see it was off, and he steps out and the light turns on, and she's like halfway creeped out the doorway, like, I knew you were fucking in here. Like, it's just like, Jesus Christ, this woman is a whole fucking 10 right now. It was so funny. But yeah, when Sarah got just so he got so absorbed in his mission to like redeem his dad, I guess, and it pulled me out a little bit, but it fits with the zaniness of the universe too, so I can let it slide with him being the one to slap that button and be like, oh, Ben Richards is in my house, and then all the goons come, and he's just having a hell of a fun time just taking them out with like electrocuting the floor and the staircase. Like it's a whole fucking Kevin McAllister house.
Yeah,
totally. Like amped up. So I was getting a kick out of that. It was really, really funny. Yeah. So I think he did a good job. And the pairing again with the mom, that's just what really made it that much better. And I'm glad the mom wasn't in the trailers, because that was a really nice and funny surprise.
Yeah, no, that was a great moment. Definitely, probably the funniest for me in the whole movie. Just those death laughs, man. It's just so terrifying. Like, put yourself in Ben Richards' shoes. We're like, yeah, okay, Michael Cera's like, oh yeah, she's deaf, like totally fine. Just if the lights are off, you're totally fine. But then like every moment she has, just like, we're gonna fucking kill this motherfucker. It's like, yeah, I'd be a little bit nervous too. And then of course when she confronts him, so yeah, that was fantastic. Yeah. A side character that actually got a lot more piece to the movie, which I was not expecting and didn't really care for. Just like nothing against the actress or anything, but it just was like, where did this even come from? Is apparently the actress name is Amelia Jones. She played Emilia Williams, or however you would say that name. She was the one in like the self-driving car that he like hijacks, and then he just keeps her like hostage the whole movie. And then she has like a hero turn and like helps him out and is like with him to the end. She jumps out of the plane, I guess. But just like why not just have like a character we've already like been introduced to in this role? Was kind of my thought on it, just because it just seemed like really quickly to be introduced to this character. Okay, she's like a snobby higher up, so blind to the fact of what's really going on in the world. But Also, play my own devil's advocate. Maybe they wanted a character like that to showcase like the people that are well off that are just completely oblivious to that, because that definitely happens. People get so caught up in their day to day that they don't really think about just how others are not doing so well as them. So, yeah, I guess I'm defending my own point to a certain extent, but still, it just seemed. I feel like that was also the part of the movie where we just had a lot of stuff going on, like adding on so many extra layers to like the idea of the running man. Okay, just survive 30 days and that's it. Like that's really just what I want. I just want high octane action. 30 days, let's do it. Almost like a Crank style. Like we don't need any extra juice. It's just these are the rules. Go fucking play. And then it's just like, oh, but now we're gonna make you the hunter. You're gonna get rid of like there's just so many extra layers to make it more complicated. And I think that's where I wasn't checked out of the movie by any means, but I was just less gripped by the story and what was happening there. And because I was going through those moments, that's when you get introduced to this Amelia character that I wasn't necessarily vibing with. No shots against her. I think she was really good, but just a weird thing to just have in the story. So that's my little piece there.
Yeah, I feel like if there's a character like that was introduced earlier on, then it would make sense. But at the point where she was introduced, it was definitely like the cusp of the ending of the second act, going into the third act. It's like, okay, here's a new like main character. She's getting a lot of scenes, and she plays a pretty important role with Glen Powell's like mission here at the end. But yeah, then they just send her out in the parachute, and she has one last line into the TV like, "Stop fucking filming me." So it was definitely like she left as quickly as she came. So yeah, but I appreciate that they were able to showcase, and maybe it was supposed to be like a foreshadow showing that okay, people can change once people kind of break off and they stop watching that garbage and they kind of just like get a little bit more of a taste of reality, and they see things with their own eyes instead of watching the TV and being told. They're seeing something in real life and making a decision based on that information that they see for themselves, and how they interpret it, which the network didn't want any of these public head honchos to go in there and get the kills, right? It has to be done on network TV, has to follow the certain code. So yeah. Yeah, I liked her for the most part, but it definitely, story wise, it was kind of out of place.
Agreed. I guess the other thing we didn't talk about, well, actually, let's talk about the hunters here. We have like some character hunters. I think they have like a set number. It's like the 5 hunters. I feel like they were making Glen Powell the 6th. A lot of emphasis on Lee Pace's character, Evan McCone. Apparently that was his name. I don't know, the ski mask guy. I had a lot of, as I already mentioned, just theories of who was going to be behind the mask. I feel like when the reveal happened, I was just like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know. That like should have had a bigger effect maybe. Like maybe they should have shown like I did like the reveal that he was the original runner from season 1 that made it 29 days. I kind of had one of those thoughts bounce around. I'm not going to say I figured it out, but it just seemed like a likely scenario, especially when it wasn't Arnie or it wasn't Josh Brolin. It's like, okay, yeah, this guy's probably just the OG runner, which he was. I don't know. I found their boss battle to be like a little bit anticlimactic, but it was okay, I guess, for the overall story. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it was anticlimactic as well. It definitely was. Just it was on a plane, and I thought it was clever him doing the parachute stunt, but yeah, it wasn't anything to really write home about.
It reminded me of like Alien or like Alien 4 specifically, when like the hybrid gets sucked out into space.
That's exactly it. It's Alien 4.
I was waiting for him to just get sucked out, but no, they didn't have that. Yeah. Something else I was gonna say was, what was I gonna say? Oh, the other hunter character, the one that stabs Michael Cera and is like, I'm gonna slash your Achilles. Yeah, E-mine him. I like, okay, it's one thing for Ben Richards to want to like say fuck you to the network, like I'm not gonna execute this guy in front of the camera, like for your own show. So he turns and shoots the camera. It's like a big cool moment there. But like at the same time, if he kills this hunter, doesn't his family get like an extra like 10 grand or something? Like, why would he not just do that if this guy's already chasing him? And then literally like 3 minutes later, they have this like fucking A Knight's Tale jousting match on the bridge. It's just like, this is so bizarre to me. Like, I don't know. Like, he's already killed so many people. Just fucking execute this guy who's like already like a psycho killer. He's hunted him down all these times. It just seems so unnecessary for him to not kill him there and then to just kill him afterwards with the giant pipe bombs in the Jeep.
I'd say circumstances changed. Like Sarah gets killed at this point, and so maybe there's a few things that just kind of change
Yeah.
for him. But I do agree.
They do try to like build up that he's like a hero character. You know, he's been fired because he saved a guy on like the oil offshore oil rigs. They're like, yeah, fired me because I broke the harness. Which is just like, oh yeah, just grimy fucking business deals. But like at the start when he's going to training day essentially, and he's like in the lineup, and this guy just like coughs up blood, passes out, and he's like, we need a fucking doctor over here. Like, it just seems so random that this is happening. And and this guy's just immune to electricity. He just fucking palms all these electric batons, and like they just beat the shit out of him. He's like, back to the line, and that's all that happens. So it's like, okay, yeah, that was a necessary little detour there. It was kind of goofy to me, but I guess they're putting the point across. He's a hero. He's a good guy, but he's no problem killing many people after the fact there, which I guess wasn't all his fault, right? When they're in the house that explodes, he's like, he takes a quick moment to say, "Stop shooting! The house is gonna blow." It's like, dude, these guys are not fucking listening to you. Like they have fucking memories, bring back memories in their AirPods as they're just mowing down with their giant machine guns in this house right now. Man, I heard that song the other day in the wild, and I was like, I kind of forgot that was a real song because I just think of the fucking Venom 3 outro. But yeah.
Memories bring back your... I won't forget you, buddy.
Why is it so echoey?
That's because we got the 2 previews going on, so we hear
Oh,
it twice.
okay.
I know, it screws with you.
I won't forget you, buddy. Yeah, and then I mean, we're kind of just bouncing places to places. I'm gonna keep bouncing here. Didn't really talk about too much the opening with his family. I thought him and his wife, Jamie Lawson is the actress's name. Who is she in Marvel? Is she a Marvel character? Like, is she like Photon or whatever her name is? Spectrum?
Let's see.
She looked really familiar.
She's in the Batman.
She's in Sinners. Oh, okay.
Let's see.
So in the Batman, she's the president. So we just saw her in Sinners, but I thought there was something else we just saw her in.
She's in the Woman King.
Yeah, okay. She's really good. Not a lot of stuff for her to do in this movie, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't know. I thought they still had good chemistry, and this is where like, okay, it's pretty quick for him to, oh, my child's sick, can't do too much. I'm gonna go do the Running Man. And like, there's so much emphasis on like, oh, I'm not going to do the Running Man. I'll just do a different game show, which was reminding me of White Men Can't Jump and Woody Harrelson's girlfriend in that movie. That's like all about the Wheel of Fortune. That they was giving me that vibes because he's like studying the games, but it just seemed like one of those things where it's like, okay, the movie's called Running Man, starring Glen Powell. We know he's going to be the Running Man. Why are we fucking doing this dance? Just get him on the Running Man. So even though it was short, I still was like, man, this isn't short enough. Just give me the Running Man. I felt similarly to the original one and this one. So that's just my thoughts on the structure of the Running Man there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't think I have anything really else to add, to be honest.
Any big action set piece scenes that stood out to you?
Ah, my goodness.
I did like the scene when he gets like the hotel and then he flees to like Boston or something, gets the grimy hotel, and then there's like that homeless guy out by the mailbox is just going crazy, and then he just like keeps looking up in the window. That was a pretty freaky little moment there. And then he goes and checks again, and it's Buddy, it's E. Minum just looking at him in the window. He was just really selling it, man. He was fucking crazy. He was pulling it off. But
yeah. And I like that scene. I like that a lot, and definitely freaky. considering that just at any point they can just fucking get you, and how they were just lining up outside his door. He noticed that they were coming and everything like that. And yeah, him just being butt ass naked and hanging off the Y up on the roof, and him going down trying to get back into his room and get his gear. Like, he learns as he goes, but even staying at that fancy hotel for as long as he did, I was just freaking out thinking about that. Like, god damn, you gotta keep moving. But he played it smart. Like, oh, sign me up for 3 more days at this hotel. But every time he didn't send a letter, they were always on him when the show was about to start streaming, right? Or show was about to go live.
Well, I think he had to do them daily, so that tells me that he wouldn't have missed one. I don't think
he did. But the last time he did one, we didn't see one after he went. He's supposed to go to the bunker, and he was in the development, and he put the envelope down. He's like, "You mail it for me." I think that's the last one that he did.
Yeah, that was a good little moment there. It seems like such like a hard thing to do, like, because people could just fucking camp the mailboxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's what they do, right? And they
It's
got
already-
those aerosol things.
Yeah, it's already so hard. It's literally like playing Warzone and you get the most wanted bounty, you know, and then you're just running until your squads revive. Like that's literally what this game is. The cards are not in your favor, but yeah, that was an added step where I'm like, fuck, this is hard enough.
Yeah.
Taylor, what's your strategy? You don't have to, give deep specifics, if this is really real and you're trying to keep it close to chest, but have you thought about it? You get 12 hours, head notice. I think they gave you the change of clothes and all your gear that you need to do your mailing videos.
12 hours, I could make a dent for sure. I would I'd do the pre-recording stuff, and I would find someone I could trust to drop these things off.
I think
for
that's
me
the
in
play,
mailboxes.
is getting
That the
people to
play.
drop them for you, yeah.
And you just got to make sure you can hold out somewhere for 30 days, which I've got a couple places that I know of that I can go to where I could hold out. But yeah, it's getting the letters in the mailbox that's going to be the most hardest part.
Yeah. And like I get it, he like lives in the city, so like he's going off city strategies. We're pretty spoiled here in the BC wilderness. I'm like, fuck, I could just go in those deep woods and no one's gonna fucking find me. Sam Squanch is gonna find me before these fuckers find me. I'm gonna come out of the woods, my $1 billion and my Bigfoot pelt on, and we'll be rocking, because it just seems like, yeah, you just go to somewhere super isolated and you're totally fine. But key thing is get those mailboxes, and we all know Canada Post is striking every fucking day here up in Canada, so my mail probably wouldn't even get delivered and I probably wouldn't get any money. But
That's right.
yeah. And I will say too, like the little training montage I did enjoy. It was a little like Wipeout infused with some MXC infused with some like Squid Game type things where they have like their get-ups. I found it funny how they like go in to get their tracksuits and it just has like the game show that they're going on like on their jackets.
On the back, yeah.
Yeah. So I did like that portion of it, the little training montage sequence, which he was killing it, you know. He would be the running man. He won like every competition I think they showed.
Yeah, he sure did.
All right, closing thoughts, Taylor?
Closing thoughts. Paralleling what I said at the start, I think, yeah, you could see this in theaters, but if you only have enough money to go to one movie this month in the theaters, I'd go see Prater Badlands. I think Glen Powell was an absolute knockout in this movie. I think he was definitely bringing his
He's looking
A-game.
fine too when they had
He
him in
was
that
looking fine.
bathrobe sequence.
Oh my gosh,
man,
yeah,
is
those
shredded.
abs.
Yeah.
And yeah, shoutouts obviously to Domingo and Josh Brolin and all the other characters and cast members in here, because I think that they definitely were able to do a good job at building this universe out, or building this world, and really selling it, while it being a bit zany and dystopian. I still really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think my only con really would be the what was my con that I had earlier?
Sorry, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either, but I know it's there. I know there's a con. Yeah, I would say if you could go see it in theaters, like I said earlier, but this is one that I'm not going to be revisiting in theaters. It's one I'm going to wait and probably put on the background as just some filler noise or something when it comes to streaming, or I'll put it on and I'll get it, watch it with my wife, whatnot, because I think there's parts of it that she would enjoy. Obviously, there's a lot of gory parts that are graphic, but in terms of rating, I think I would go a 7.5 out of 10. I feel pretty good about that.
Okay. Yeah, 7.5. Very reasonable. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna go 7.75 here. Not quite to an 8. Might be a little bit lower, but and I said there's like good time, really solid, good action flick. Like nothing that really brings down other than like the third act. And I think across the board, there could have just been a little bit of extra pizzazz to it. I don't really know what that is. I think just a little bit more flavorful script maybe, as blanket as that sounds. Not very specific there, but yeah, I just wanted more of Brolin, more of Domingo, more like maybe less of the family and like more of some other stuff. So I think I just needed some rearranging of things, even though I did like the overall pieces that were there. And by the third act, when they were just really trying to overcomplicate things, like I don't need this. Like you could have literally just have him doing the Running Man, and then he just gets more cohorts that help him out to the point that like he still has his little revolutionary thing that's like brewing as it's going on, and it's not, you know, the fucking fighter jet that's going into the building, and then they say they're gonna defend it with a missile, and then it just cuts to black, and then he just survives somehow, and it's like the Joker 2 or something where he just has all his revolutionaries everywhere. Yeah, it just seemed way too much for not really a good payoff there. So I think that's why I'm down in the 7s, but still 7.75. You're 7.5. We definitely both enjoyed it enough, and it was a good theater flick, good popcorn movie. And yeah, I'll definitely put this on at some point in the future when I get it on streaming. It's just there's some fun moments in it for sure.
Nice.
Alrighty, folks, that is all we have today for the Running Man spoilers. GV679 some sex episode 7/9. I don't really know what we have next, so until then, we will see you there. Bye.